Hey, what's up? I'm up near the top of the float trail, cookie dough, and I'm going to show you where the next trail is going to branch off. The next trail is going to be a jump trail. So a little step up, gap jumps, but still want to use some of the design theory that I used in the float trail, being the drainage, using organic material on the edges of the trail. The center is going to be a little more packed, of course. So float trail there, jump trail here, and I already started on it, but I'm going to show you a time lapse that I filmed before of the first transition. And the landing's going to be here, probably about a 12 or 13 foot gap. And then we're going to come all the way down through here. It's going to be hopefully a 6-pack of pretty evenly sized jumps, maybe growing in size up to 15 feet on the third one. And then we're going to have a right hand turn here, and from here on I want to make it as few straights as possible, like jump out of a berm, so banked transition into opposite banked transition the whole way down. And a lot of this side of the forest is more opened up, there's bigger trees, more spaced apart, so I think I can avoid a lot of the tree roots and make this like a really fun, really flowy jump trail. So I'll put on the time lapse and maybe test it out. Might take a couple more days, but because there's some rain coming in. But yeah, see you after the digging's done. So it's been a few days of getting a few hours of digging in a day when I can between rains. And we've got the beginning of the jump line, first transition. Here it splits off from the main loam line into the jump line. And we've got a nice juicy transition here. And I did get down to where I think the water table is, at least for a while after it rains. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cover that back up. I'm going to transport soil in over here and do like an inch or two of soil and maybe slightly bank it out because it's a slight turn. And I think it's going to keep draining though down on the inside, so I don't need to worry about cutting irrigation into it. So it should be pretty cool. And I'm going to pack that lip down and then start working on the landing. And I've got some help for that. So I'll do another time lapse. Okay, I've got the preliminary pack done on the first lip of the jump line, and I'm going to pack it down, a final pack after it rains on it, because I did pour this layer of slightly drier dirt on top. And you can see I left the sides loose, as I'm going to be filling that in with organic material, and then the very top layer of the forest floor too, and that's going to prevent silt from sealing in the natural drainage that the dirt has in it. I'll show you what that looks like. So I've got the next area here dug out. I had some help from Davey. Over here I've got this area cleared out, thanks to Davey for helping me out with that yesterday for the landing for the first jump in the jump line. And he's got it raked out and pulled all the ferns out, and it's down to the most decomposed matter. This whole area down here in the bottom of the tranny is pretty wet, so I had some gravel down there anyways, kind of separated it out from the big rocks. So this is the process that I did with the whole loam trail. And on the jump trail, I'm going to be leaving the middle a little more hard pack, because it's going to be a little bit of a bigger line, a little higher consequences, so you want it to be a little more predictable. So I've got the organic material there, and on the loam trail, I would chop this in real good, and I mixed a lot of this in to really make it so it would never pack down. This is going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to be riding on this surface, it's just for drainage. And then I put a little bit of the less decomposed material on top of that. We finish it off with some freshly fallen stuff, leaves and sticks. And I'll do a little bit more than that and just give it a light pat down so it doesn't blow away. And that's going to be the drainage. And I'll set up a time lapse here and get going on the landing for this set. Okay, I got the landing done, and we're just gonna cut these branches away from the lip and test it out. Okay, not bad. I squashed it a lot to make sure I wouldn't overclear it. And cased. It's still pretty soft. The transition's pretty soft coming up to it, so I think it should be good. I'll take a couple more runs, but I don't want to rut out the tranny right now, so I'll just let it dry and it should be fine. There we go. I'm sure that wasn't very high. It was a pretty small jump, pretty mellow. It's just kind of the introduction to the new jump line, and it's gonna grow and get more sideways and more bank transitions from here on. So, yeah, good start.